Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Been outside all morning, I burn up. Big cup of ice water, and this is well water. Okay, today I want to talk about lighting. If it comes down to a emergency or bad weather, power goes out, whatever. Uh, the crap hits the fan, whatever. You always want to have backup lighting. And, remember the word redundancy. Just because you have one, you ought to have another. And if that don't work, another. And you want to have a good supply of them. Okay, I've got, pretty good supply of stuff here. And there's other things we'll talk about that I'm not going to make, but I do have means to make them. But, first thing is we'll start out with I love these right here. These are kerosene lanterns, and I have several gallons of kerosene, probably 10 gallons of kerosene. And this is a scent that you put in it to keep it from smelling so bad. And a lot of people don't realize how to use this. Okay, when you pop this off and you roll this wick up and light it, okay, and when it's lit, you start rolling it down and make it even with the top of this right here. Okay, put your glass on, and you're going to see soot, like black smoke and soot come out. Roll it and start rolling it back down in there, just real slow. And you'll notice it'll quit that, and then the light will get brighter. Once the light gets, pretty bright, just stop. And you won't see no soot or nothing coming out of this. You see these things here sooted up, that means you've left your wick entirely too long, and that's what caused that to happen. But if you'll roll it back down inside this little thing right here, that is what makes the soot stop. So you don't roll it way down in it real fast, just roll it down real slow, and when the soot stops and you see that light, it'll go a little bit, like it'll be a little bright and then brighter and then bright. Leave it right there, and you're good to go. But don't touch these glass tricks right here when that baby's burning, because it will absolutely scorch you. It will burn you so quick it ain't funny. But this is a good way to, have light in your house. I've got a few of these in every room, and I usually keep, some lamp oil. You can get by lamp oil or kerosene. Kerosene's cheaper, so I use it. Then I buy the little. It's a little bottle about that big, and it's supposed to stop the smell and stuff like that, and it puts a scent to it. That there, I think's got I think it's like a fruity smell, but it's just a real mild. You don't want it real loud. You just want a little mild fruity smell to it. It actually makes the house smell good. Okay, and kerosene is $4 a gallon, and I know that's high, maybe $5 a gallon now. I don't know, but you take that little bit of lamp oil right there, will probably burn, if you use it wisely, about 2 months. And if you use them, if you got 4 or 5 of these, that's a long time to have, for your lights. And I would go get me a 5 gallon bucket and put on there lamp oil, kerosene, whatever. And you get it at Walmart. Walmart has actually kerosene in a gallon jug, but it's like 3 times what it would normally be. So I would just go get me a 5 gallon jug, a good thick, acts like a gas jug. Right on it, kerosene. If they got one for kerosene, I'd get that. And you can always use it for your lamps. Okay, another one that's simple is candles. A friend of mine made this one, and it's just a little old snowman. You pop this cap off, and you light the little wick down in there, and it's a candle. It puts out light. And then you just put his hat back on to cut the thing out. Okay, I keep candles. I see that one I bought at a garage sale the other day. I bought like 20 of them. This is actually for smokers. I don't know what it does. It just says smokers. I guess it helps kill the smell of cigarette smoke. But it'll light. When I light it, it'll let me have light. Now I would put this in a plate or a small saucer or a bowl or something. And that way, this can't get out if it burns down or whatever. But I think it was $3 for 20 some candles at a yard sale. You can't beat that. And I buy all kinds of them. I bought these, I think. Well, she gave me these, but I bought like these, the scented candles and stuff like that. They all work. And at yard sales, man, they're cheap. And if you go to, what is that place just opened up? Dollar Tree. They got them in there, a big old candle for $1. And, they've got like a 24, 48, so many hour candle. Well, you're not going to burn it that long straight. And if if it's a lights out situation and it gets dark, you ought to be kind of fading towards bed. Say, I need to get going to go to bed and, see if it's fixed in the morning. And if it's a crap hit the fan situation, you remember lights go a long ways. You want to keep a little bit of light just where you can see. Not everybody else sees it. So, I always look at candles. Okay. Another thing is headlamps. I don't think I got no batteries in this one, but no, I keep the batteries out so they don't eat the little connectors up. But, I keep rechargeable batteries, and I've got a way to recharge them solarly. So it would, sorry about that. That was a fly on the screen. I didn't know what that was. I thought we had a booger. But, you just put this on. It points wherever you're looking, and it'll work. I mean, they work real well. I've got several of these laying around, and all I have to do is go ahead and put batteries in them. I've got these little flashlights like this, which, this don't have no batteries in it. And it's even got a different back on it because the other blue one messed up and then the other clicker didn't work. So I just put this together. These are nothing at Walmart. You can buy these little things for, I won't say less than what the batteries. They come with batteries, little 4-packs of batteries and 3-packs. Well, these will cost you less with the batteries and all than what the batteries would cost you. So, pick you up some of these. They'll shine to the floor. They'll shine to the back of your house, something like that. They're not going to spotlight out there, 300 or 400 yards. But to get around, this would be a good little flashlight to have. They're lightweight, they're small, and I've got them in my get home bag and stuff like that. But now my other than my get home bag is rechargeable, and I've got a solar thing that I've got now mounted to my backpack. So when I'm carrying it, the sun hits that, and they're all plugged in. They can be plugged in when I need them to be, and I can charge them as I'm walking. So that night comes, I got batteries. But these here, I moved out of the truck back into the house because I can just put the batteries in them and put them in my recharger over here. Okay, this here is a rechargeable light. And a buddy of mine bought me this a couple years ago for Christmas. But you literally just put it in that charger over there. I can charge it up with my solar, or I can charge it up with electricity. And if you run, see, it's got this little walk light on the side of it. That's a pretty good light to walk by. And then this one, man, it'll reach out there in the woods. You know what I'm saying? It'll reach way down in there and look around. And it'll burn for about 8 to 10 hours, and you just plug it back up. And now these were expensive. I believe he gave about $125 for this, but I'd love to have 3 or 4 more of them. They're not nightstick. And, it's a real good light, and it's easy to, charge, and it's always ready to go. Okay, and it don't require batteries. It's got its own batteries, saved up in it. And I've had this one for 4 years, and I ain't had no issues with that. Oh, and it even lights up from the back, where it did. No, it don't no more, but that's okay. It still does this way. But, you can mount that even, where it's small like this. They actually got mounts. You can put that on a gun, but I wouldn't want it on there because it's too bright. But you can do like these on a gun where it's like just a short distance, so you can see as you're going and mount it, to your gun to, if you're scanning the house and stuff, you might want to look into that. Okay, before we go too much further, on the candles, the lamps, and stuff like that, you will need lighters. Make sure that you have lighters, because that's how you have to light this, and that's how you light the candles. So do this. You can get them long candles like for lighting a grill. Matches. See, I've got matches. This is my in the house thing. See, I got tons of lighters in it. These matches come, I think, where did I get them? They were 10 cents for a book of matches. And you look down in there, there's all kinds of lighters and matches and stuff like that in there to start a fire with. And what I do is I keep it in the house. And if you lay your lighters out, now listen careful. You lay your lighter out where your neighbor can see it, they'll, I lit my cigarette, but I forgot to put your lighter back. Okay, another thing is, these lighters today come with this little child-proof thing. If you don't have children, I'd pop that out, because if your fingers are wet, it gets hard to light it. But you pop that out, and your finger can hit that little grip thing to make it light easier. But I would go by Walmart, man. You can buy these in 3, 4, 5 packs. They're about $1.10, $1.15 a piece. And, you know, I've got them in everything. I buy lighters for everything because they're the easiest way to start a fire. And see, I put it in that old mayonnaise jar, and I got a cannon lid in there, so when it goes on there, it fits tight, and it's waterproof. You could chuck this in the river, and when it comes back out, everything in there will be perfectly dry. But it stays in the house. But if you had a flood or something, you know, and this was flooding, floating around in the house, your lighters and stuff would still work. Okay, so plenty of lighters, matches, different ways of starting to be able to light your candles and stuff for it. Okay, I've got these. They're just a little camp lantern. I have several of these. That's in my house at different places. You know, you just set them down. Now, I've got the battery in this because it's the one I'm using, but I have the rest of them without batteries. And I think I got these 2 for $5. And you'd be surprised, you know, I've got them little hooks, like a J hook up in the ceiling. I just open that up and I can hang it up there and see how much light it puts out in this room. You know, it makes a lot of difference, especially in the dark. But now, if it's a crap hit the fan, and see, you don't have to go real bright. You can go just a couple, you know, or make it as bright as you want to with these. And they're just a little handy lantern. I think I give 2 for $5 for these. I don't know what they cost no more, but I bought 6, I think, because there's one in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's 6. There's one in every room. And, you know, it's just a little quick lantern. Now, I've got some bigger ones that runs off of like D's and C batteries too. It's, you know, distributed throughout. And, you know, that's something you do need to think about is, you know, okay, then, you know, when you get, let's say, several ways of lights, you know, different ways to have lights. Think about rechargeable batteries. These little rechargers right here, they're not expensive. And you look in yard sales, and they're like 50 cents. They'll give them to you to get rid of them. Okay, I've got several different ones. These here actually plug in. Then I've got the ones over here. It runs off the solar panel that use that USB port, and you put your batteries in it, and it charges to the solar. And I've got several rechargeable batteries. If you get them from Temu and places like that, be careful. They're like, I had one the other day that I had in a charger, and it's a rechargeable battery, but the whole end of it blowed up. It started going, and I heard it, and I took it outside and laid it down, and it blowed apart. That could be dangerous. And, you know, I got rid of my Temu batteries and stuff, and I went and bought some and I get them from Harbor Freight, places like that. Walmart has them and stuff. You know, it could happen to any of them. But get several AA's and AAA's and whatever kind of flashlights you got, you know, and do the charger same way. You got to have a charger to fit it for it to work. But, you know, you can't go too wrong with these rechargeables. And if you think about it, if I get, let's say, these rechargeable batteries right here are 3 times what a normal battery costs. But when your battery goes dead, you have to throw it away. I know some of these batteries down here have been charged 20 times and they still work just fine. So in the long run, it saves you money. In the short run, it costs you money, but it's better to have them, you know, and that way you can always know you can recharge them. And if you get them little solar packs like I did, it just got a little thing about that big. You'll see where that battery blowed up, see where it's on my fingers. It turned everything black in there. But you get you one of them little chargers. Let me get it real quick and I'll show you. This is it. I bought several of these the other day, and then this comes with the USB port. Now my solar trick I bought, this just plugs into it. And you can put these in your backpack, have the solar trick on the back of your backpack so it's getting sunlight and you're charging your batteries while you're walking. And that way when it gets night, you have a way to see. But I recommend getting some of these. And if you do a little solar system, get you 2 or 3 of these, and that way you can just stick your batteries over there during the day and they're always charged. Okay. I'm not going to make one, but you can take a paint can and put a roll of toilet paper down in it and put rubbing alcohol in it. And you can light that, and it'll make a light. And it'll also give you, if you figure a way to get it underneath something, you can actually heat your food with that. And when you get done, you just put the lid back on the paint can till you need it again. But, and that'll last for a long time. And, any of these are a good way to have spare lighting. And if you got kids, you know what I mean. Them lights go out and they freak out. They want to know why the TV ain't working. Why, what's going on? Okay, and if it's nothing but a breaker kicked, when you're trying to make your way through the house, man, a flashlight is a handy gadget. That'll save you some toenails and tripping and stuff like that. But, give it some thought. The candles, I'm telling you, you can't beat candles. You go to yard sales, man. Go to thrift stores and stuff where they sell and all this stuff. They'll about give you candles to get rid of them because nobody really wants them. Nobody's thinking, ahead on the, situation. If you're a prepper, you need every bit of this. And this is just in case the power goes out. Like during the winter, one year we was sitting here and it was the day before Thanksgiving. Power goes out. Okay. We had absolutely no power. Of course, I have my ways to light the house and stuff like that. And I have propane heat, so I had heat. And trust me, you put this on a plate, and I've got a little wire rack where I can sit over this, and you can put a pot of soup on that. It takes a while, but it'll warm it up a little bit. It'll make it a little more edible. But, okay, our power didn't come back on till the day after Christmas. Okay, that's about 2 weeks. We didn't have no power whatsoever. And there was 3.5 feet, 4 feet of snow out here in the yard. I'm going to say 3.5 feet at least thing. Okay, we was working to clear the road to the guys coming through with the snow plows to get through a plow. And the trees was down. It was a terrible mess. And, right now they having, bad rains and stuff down in Florida and places and, up into the Carolinas. And, anything can knock your power out. It's always good to have, some kind of lighting backup. And, it just, I wanted to come on and, talk to you about different ways. And I know there's 1,000 other ways. Okay, I do not have flint and steel and stuff in this because I don't plan on sitting here going, when I can take a lighter and just light it and be done with it. And I do have some of them lighters, it's that long that you light a grill with where you can reach down in that candle stuff. But, I just didn't bring them over here because I wanted, lighters, matches, stuff like that, and several. Because I'm telling you, these right here can grow legs and walk away. Your neighbors will come by, your kids will come by if they smoke or whatever. Poof. It just walked away. And, like I do, you leave one in the truck and see. You get one friend in there that smokes or anything, that thing will disappear. And I have people ask me all the time, why you have so many lighters? You don't even smoke. Nope, that ain't about smoking. It's all about, if the power goes out, I want to be able to see. Oh, I got something in, peoples. I bought this. See, your phone goes in this. You clip it on a table, and you can bend it. That way y'all can see what I'm doing now when we're cooking and stuff. All I have to do is clip it on the rack or something over there, and then y'all be able to see. And it actually works pretty good. I'm going to hunt another one. I like to, this ain't very, you can't move it this way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was wanting it for deer hunting. You'd have to set it like this, but the deers come in and see. it's hard to move. You'd have to move around that way to be able to see what the deer's doing and stuff. So I seen one that like screws into the tree, and it's got like an arm that sticks out and then bends and stuff, and that way you can move it any way you want to. It goes up and down, and you just take a little handle and feed it any way you want to, and it'll turn down this way, up this way. I'm gonna get it, but I will take stuff like this, and I'm gonna buy me them little solar battery packs about that big. I'm gonna try to have 2 or 3 of them on hand, so if my phone starts to die while we're hunting, I can plug it up and we can continue hunting. If it's fishing or whatever, I want to have the battery packs for deer season so I can be able to record my hunting stuff with y'all, and y'all can see, how the season's going. But that's a total different subject. I just want to show you this trick. I told y'all I'd get it so y'all could watch me cook, reach down in them pots and look. See right there, that'd be looking almost right there straight down. See? But I want to show you all that. I kind of tickle with it. I know there's 1,000 different kinds of lighting, and I don't think you can have too much. I got a box in here probably that big as candles that people's give me over time. There's a lot of people during Christmas makes candles, and they think you like them, they'll give you candles. They'll make you candles and stuff. And trust me, them are handy. And the scented candles, man, the only thing about them is they will starve you to death. I got some in here that smells like butterscotch and stuff. Shoot. Man, I'd about eat the shoe off of somebody because they smell so good. But, that's the problem with that. Now, on the scented candles, you got to be real careful. You get so much of that scent in there, it can actually give you a headache and stuff like that. So just be careful with those. But like these are non-scented. They don't have no scent to them. It just says, it says cherries and chestnuts, so I guess it is. But, it smells good. But, just be careful with anything that's scented that, could be giving you a headache or something. And like now, real strong scented candles mess with my asthma. So if you have asthma or something, be careful with that too. Well, I think I've covered about everything I can cover as far as, emergency lighting. But I'll let you go. Y'all have a good day. Have a blessed day. Be good to each other. And we'll talk to you on the next video, okay?